So, there's been a topic recently that just happened. Now, it's not really official yet, but it is something that I do want to discuss. And I am both excited, yet a little bit conflicted at the same time. But let's get into it. So, I'm sure you possibly know about this by now, but this month we've been getting a lot of announcements in terms of Marvel related stuff. Now, of course, next week Deadpool and Wolverine will be coming out, and I will be having a review on that. But also some other stuff has been occurring. We recently got the trailers for Agatha All Along and Captain America Brave New World. I apologize I didn't do a trailer reaction for those, but I enjoyed them for what they were. I definitely enjoyed the Captain America Brave New World trailer a lot more. Yeah, apologies if I'm not wearing a Marvel shirt right now, but I know what you're going to do. Of course, next week we're actually going to be getting a lot of stuff. Not just Deadpool and Wolverine, but also San Diego Comic-Con with a lot of announcements. And believe it or not, at long last, Kevin Feige finally going to get a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. About damn time, even though he should have gotten this 5 years ago, back when Avengers Endgame was released, but oh well, might as well do it now, after all the achievements he's done. And considering I did mention Avengers Endgame, this leads to my main topic. So the other day, on the internet, I stumbled across something. Something that's been getting the internet hyped up for. And even got me hyped up for as well. But the more I think about it, the more it raises makes me realize something. And how it's a bit conflicting. Not for me personally, but how it will affect the general consensus. By the time that happens. So, what is it, you may ask, that I'm referring to? The other day, we had an article that confirmed that the Russo brothers are in talks to return to Marvel to direct the upcoming Avengers films. Avengers 5, which is no longer called the King Dynasty, although it makes sense considering how Loki ended, they kind of wrapped the story up. And of course, Avengers Secret Wars, which they actually did want it to direct, so. And admittedly, it has me both excited, yet it also raises a bit of a concern. Now, I'm excited as hell because, holy shit, they're coming back. Which, a while back, they said they didn't want them to come back, but now they are going to. I will admit, I would have loved them to come back if they came back for, a little bit earlier, or if they actually just stayed with Marvel, considering that, they're practically, because pretty much their films on Marvel are practically the only good movies they've ever made so far, because they haven't been having a good track record of movies outside of the MCU, or at least from what I've been seeing. And of course, the movies that they made at the MCU are some of the best. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, and of course, Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame. Which, no joke, during the COVID-19 pandemic, mainly 2020, if you ask me what film during that specific year I rewatched the most, it was those two films, back to back simultaneously, numerous times. Yes, they were sort of dark and depressing in some areas, but it still contained the excitement of why, just to give me some glimmers of hope during a time of crisis. And thank God they came out in 2018 and 2019. Had they came out this decade, I don't think they would have do as well. Okay, actually, it still would have done very well, but not as much as what it received. So with them coming back, does sound exciting. They could bring a lot of cool possibilities and pretty much continue what people love about the MCU so much. But now this does also lead a bit of a conflicting scenario. You see, a lot of people say the MCU's been dying down, and while I do agree that they haven't been as good as their films during the Infinity Saga, the thing is, during phases 1 and 2, they've also had a bit of an inconsistent quality. No joke. Take phase 2, for example. And you might notice a pattern. Look at this. In 2013, Iron Man 3 came out, which was good, but then Thor: The Dark World came out, which was a bit of a slump. Then, of course, it rises back up with The Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy, but then it started to take a little bit of a dip again with Age of Ultron, although the film wasn't that bad, and then rose up again for a bit with Ant-Man, until it really rose back up with Phase 3 when Civil War came out. You see, the MCU really hasn't been sometimes gonna have some duds here and there. Of course, it always happens. And let's not forget. And let's not forget the Russo brothers aren't the only great directors in the MCU. There's James Gunn, who unfortunately just left recently, but he gave us a tremendous trilogy with the Guardians. And trying to think, and even John Watts did a pretty solid job with the Spider-Man Home movies, at least in my opinion. I know there's some hate for them, but I personally thought I did a good job, even if Sam Raimi was a better director for Spider-Man, at least in my opinion. Now, yes, I am glad that they're coming back, but this also leads into another point, and like possibly the big criticism. I'm a bit concerned that the Russo brothers are going to come back, and yet somehow they're going to kind of like destroy a bit of their reputation. And look, the thing is, I am somewhat interested in checking out Avengers 5 and 6, but there's no way it's going to top what Infinity War and Endgame did. Okay, it will top it in terms of the amount of heroes that we will be seeing. Like, there's going to be a lot of heroes in this film, potentially, especially with the multiverse involved. But I don't think it'll be enough. Like, it'll be enough to like top the success of those two films. Now, I'm still looking forward to it, but it's just, I'm kind of iffy on this. That, and not to mention, Marvel has been making some other solidly great decisions so far as well. Like, for example, recently Kevin Feige came out and spoke to the public that, like, yes, it's okay that we're not on the top, but we're doing our best to get better. And then not too long ago, like a while afterwards, Kevin Feige announced that like their plans for the future, although not specifically yet, because they're saving that for Comic-Con and D23, which I might do another prediction video like that, what I did a couple years back, give my thoughts on the announcements. He announced during like another event that Marvel's gonna have like their own separate divisions for their films, like for their projects. Marvel Studios will be the movies, Marvel Animation will be for animated projects, and Marvel Television will be for television, which makes sense. So we can now like if we want to prepare ourselves for a new MCU movie, we can just watch stuff from the films rather than the shows, which is good, because even if I might possibly be rewatching Falcon and the Winter Soldier in preparation for Captain America: Brave New World. So to conclude, I'm kind of concerned about this, but I'm still willing to give them a chance because I did love their films they did in the past at Marvel. So I'm willing that maybe things could spice things up. And could spice things up for them again. Hopefully. But then again, that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments. If you think it is both a good or bad idea to bring back the Russo brothers. Anyways, stay tuned. I have a few other videos coming away, and of course, next weekend, my review of Deadpool and Wolverine. You might want to stick around for that. And till those videos comes, peace and take care.